All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We have Keaton Ellis here with us for this press conference. So whenever you have a question, if you raise your hand, I will come over and unmute you. So we will start with Tyler Donahue.
Good morning, Keaton. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How was your first month of working during the season at safety? And what was it like? What did you learn from watching the first couple of games?
I felt really good. I'm starting to get a little more comfortable back there and in the position, and learning as much as I can. Just as far as depth and just being comfortable back there, and where to be on the field and understanding that, and just having a good feel out there. And I feel like I'm making a lot of great strides, and I still have a lot more work to do.
Greg Pickle.
Morning, Keaton. How you doing?
Good.
Good. Just in terms of to follow up on that question, in terms of where you were from the time you started the move to safety and now, where do you think you've made the biggest strides in that regard?
I'll probably just say, mentally, understanding the defense and, what it takes to be back at safety, and just understanding that and being able to be more comfortable in that. So I, have more personality in my coverages, and just be able to, be in the right spot to make plays. I'd definitely say the mental aspect, I've grown a lot in.
Rich Scarcella.
Good morning, Keaton.
Good morning.
How would you describe the competition, not only at safety but at cornerback, in the entire secondary? What is that like?
Yeah, it's really great for me. We compete every day. Obviously we have a lot of great players, in the secondary, and I think we all just push each other, to get better, and it makes everybody else better. Everyone around me, myself included. Just going at practice and always having to compete. And for me, it's great learning. Learning from Brisker and Tig and Sutherland. Just having like really great players like that in front of you and around you. It just helps you, pushes you to be better and work hard.
Tyler Donahue.
Yeah, Keaton, you came in with Marquise and played a lot of cornerback together a couple years ago as true freshman. Now he's working at wide receiver, catching passes, also playing cornerback. What has he done that you've seen that have made this a realistic opportunity for him to play both sides of the ball at the Power 5 level?
Yeah, Marquise he's a great athlete, and very capable athlete to play both sides of the ball. And I just think his mentality of the way he's going at it, he's really attacked it, and really put the time in, and trying to do the best he can. And I'm really excited for him, and happy for him.
Rich Scarcella.
Keaton, what do you see from the Indiana receivers this year? Are they comparable to the group they had last year?
Yeah, they're a great group of wide receivers. We're excited to face them, and they got some really good athletes, and we're just really excited for the challenge, and ready for the challenge. We're just really excited to get to Saturday.
Greg Pickle.
Keaton, as the calendar gets ready to flip to October, where do you feel like this team is at, just in terms of how things went from camp to the first 4 games of the season? Obviously a perfect start. Just how would you sum up where things are after a month?
Yeah, we're really confident football team right now. And obviously, like we have to attack each week as it's week, and work really hard each week to be 1-0. And if we keep doing that, like we've been doing, we're very confident in our abilities right now.
Daniel Galen. Daniel, you're unmuted, but we can't hear you. We'll come back to you, Daniel. We'll come back to you. Tyler, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. If I could just follow back up on Marquise, do you remember when you first saw him show up on the offensive side of the ball practice? And I mean, did it add a new dynamic to your relationship, going from guys who were competing next to each other to competing on the opposite sides of the field?
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, I think I heard him first. Obviously he's a big voice on the team, and always talking. But I'm just really excited for him, and yeah, it's been, you can have a great conversation with him, obviously, because he knows both sides of the ball, and understands, from a DB's perspective, and now from a wide receiver's perspective. So he has, good insight, into that. And, it's just, I'm just so happy for him, and I'm excited for him.
Rich Carcella.
Keaton, what you're playing Big Ten teams the rest of the way. What does that mean to you? Do you like the fact that there's a familiarity about the teams that you're playing?
Yeah, I mean, Big Ten is a great conference. Obviously, we're excited to get into the that play. But just we got to take each week as it is, and attack each team each week to be 1-0, and regardless of who the opponent is and who we're playing, we're gonna go out each week the same, and to try and get us to that 1-0 at the end of Saturday.
Tyler Donahue.
Keaton, as you get to learn more and more about yourself at the safety position, what do you feel are the biggest parts of your game and your capabilities that convinced the coaching staff this was your best fit?
I would think just my ball skills, and being able to track the ball in the air, and just playing at more depth. That makes that a lot easier. And I would just say ability to tackle too. In space. So that's probably two things. And obviously, like speed, transition to safety. I have a little bit more speed at that position, which is good. So those are probably a couple of things that I'd say kind of made a transition.
Greg Pickle.
Keaton, you were asking about the receivers from Indiana earlier, but just their offense as a whole, what kind of stands out to you on tape so far this week?
Yeah, I mean, they all around, they got a good group of guys over there. Great quarterbacks, played a lot of football. And we're just excited for the challenge. They love to throw the ball, so defensive backs, we're up for that challenge, and really excited to get to Saturday.
Daniel Galen.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, you're good. Yep.
Awesome, thanks. Keaton, in making the transition to safety, I mean, what's it like having a guy like Jaquan Brisker already there who, came into the year with a lot of expectations and has kind of, been at that level? How does that help you?
Yeah, it's just he's just someone I could really learn from, and grow from, because he's one of the best in the country. So it's just been a real blessing just to be able to learn from him and watch him and how he goes about his business. And it's been great for me.
Tyler Donahue.
Keaton, we heard from Coach Franklin yesterday, said he was looking for an edge from you guys on the practice field. It was before Tuesday practice. Do you feel like you delivered on that edge on Tuesday? How was the overall, vibes yesterday when you guys got back at it?
Yeah, we had a great practice. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are our work days, and we were really getting after it and preparing the way we should prepare. And it's where everybody's is bought in, and we're just ready to get to Saturday.
David Eckert.
Sorry about that. Hey, Keaton, how you doing?
Good.
From what you've seen in in camp or whenever you've had the opportunity. I mean, what kind of plays and how difficult is it to deal with the wide receivers on the offense in space when those guys get the ball and they have a little bit of room to work? I mean, what's that like from the defensive standpoint?
Yeah, I mean they're great ball players, you know, across the board, and they all have unique tool set, but you know they're all really good, and it just makes us better in practice. You know, they're always got to be really locked in, especially in open field when they get the ball in their hands. But I'm just really happy for those guys and excited for what we can continue to do.
Any final questions for Keaton this morning? Go ahead, Tyler. You can have last one.
Thanks. And thanks for taking a bunch this morning. I appreciate it, Keaton.
Yeah.
I know you can't get into details really here, but what kind of patience was required on your end through those first couple of weeks waiting to get your opportunity on the field?
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is, patience, and finally be able to get out there, and it was just great for me to be out there on the field and playing. So I was just really excited for the opportunity last week, and hopefully I can continue to grow.
Perfect. Thank you, Keaton, for your time this morning, and thank you everyone for joining us.